What's up, guys? It's Momo, the Millennial Alchemist, here to talk metaphysics and money. And this video I just wanted to make real quick because I tweeted about it a couple times last week. But basically, I believe that there's going to be another pretty bad economic recession in the next 1 to 2 years. So either, sometime 2019 through maybe early 2021, though most likely I feel like it'll be either 2019 or 2020. That way they can kind of use it to control the elections and public thinking. But basically I feel like there's lots of evidence that we're going into a downturn and recession. So number one, you had the stock market was basically at an all-time high until recently, and now finally started coming down. You have the real estate market that was at the top. Excuse me. You have the real estate market that was at the top, and now in a lot of cities they're just now starting to come down again. So in a lot of cities it's like the first time in 6-7 years where the real estate prices are starting to drop again. And I mean, if you look at the price of things, price of housing in most major cities is just becoming absurd. I think in LA the price of housing costs has increased 30% in the last 6 years. So since 2012 was the statistic I saw. And I will try to include some links in the description box of the things I'm citing, because this is just things I've read about or come across in the last few weeks. I'm not going to put like a little formal presentation on this YouTube video, but you guys can look at the things for yourself. You have companies laying people off. So I forgot which company it was. I want to say it was GM, one of the major car makers, basically is starting to lay people off already and give people warnings about being laid off. I saw another article that said like several companies are having scheduled layoffs already for 2019. So basically next year we're going to see a lot of big corporations laying off thousands of employees because they already see the writing on the wall, or they are getting prepared for something. What else did I see? I mean, if you look at the student loan debt is in the trillions now, and it's the highest it's ever been. We've had these artificially low interest rates for years since the last recession, and they're finally being forced to raise the interest rates a bit again. I guess with the quantitative easing that's about to be over with pretty much, or we're going to get the repercussions from basically artificially keeping the interest rates at that level. So I think as the interest rates start to go back up, which can be good in some ways, bad in others, but interest rates are going back up, housing prices are about to start falling again, people are going to be getting laid off. There's definitely going to be something coming. The prices of, I feel like almost everything is just so high these days. The rent, the food. I feel like the hidden price of inflation isn't really being given the credit it's worth. Like, people talk about, oh no, the economy's good, there's no inflation, but it's like, yes, there is inflation. Everything's more expensive. That's what inflation is. Your dollar goes far less than it did before. The dollar has less buying power. That's inflation. It's just, not spoken about really, or people just say, oh wow, the prices of this are rising. There's also the cost of inflation being baked into that price. So I think now is definitely a time to tighten up financially, make sure you're good skills wise, career wise, savings wise, debt wise for sure, because you don't want to be one of those people that a recession hits and they lose everything or can no longer keep up with their bills. Some people might be living paycheck to paycheck or relying heavily on credit that they don't have, and that's not going to be good when things buckle down. Though for some people, they're actually going to benefit off of it because, people with money to invest, they're going to be able to pick things up at a low price when the recession happens. So, things like real estate and, stocks and other things, during a downturn is basically the best time to buy those things. You're basically getting them on the cheap. That's how the rich people do it, and that's how you should too. So just want to talk about that. I just got to work, so I'll talk to you guys later.